Hi lovelies, welcome back to another Colour With Me, Colour and Chat YouTube moment. I thought I would sneak in another Easter themed colouring video because I'm having so much fun with this Easter egg spring theme that's happening right now, and as well as all the pastel colours that go along with the Easter springtime theme. I know it's a bit backwards because here in Australia it's actually autumn time, which I'm not mad about. This is my favourite time of year, but it's just fun to kind of have a bit of a balance. You know, it's autumn time here, but it's fun to get all the springtime pastel colours. As you can see, this is the book we are colouring in. This is a Rita Berman book. You can find her books on Amazon. That's where I found this one. Don't ask me how to pronounce this or what it translates to because I have no idea. I probably should have investigated that before I started this video, but never mind. So this is quite a thick book of hers because it does have all the seasons in here. So you've got your winter time, you've got your spring, summer. So it's a very festive book. All the festivities and seasons you can think of are in this book. And if you know Rita Berman's style, this is her ink style. She's just so lovely. Well, her books are just so lovely to colour in. So again, you can see this is a springtime theme. I was umming and ahhing about doing this one, but today, and I've marked the page here, we are going to complete this double page spread because it's got your Easter egg, it's got the birdies, it's got the flowers and the bees, just perfect for this time of year for Easter. And the pencils we are going to use today is my Faber Castell Black edition, just because I've hardly used these pencils and they are the coolest thing to use. I think I've only used them once before, and these are all of them here. So you've got lots of colors to choose from. There's 100 pencils, and these pencils are supposed to be really amazing on black paper. I haven't tested them yet. This is, oops. Okay, well that was a bit awkward. All right, let me just clean up my mess here and then we'll get started. The flowers I've decided are going to be 3 colors. They're going to be yellow, pink and purple. So I've got, you know, the base color, then I've got a shading color for each of them. Just because they're all lovely and bright colors. I think I need to sharpen some of these pencils. And this is my jar of pencil sharpenings here. I think it's coming along nicely. That's better. The thing is with colour pencils, or what I find anyway, is if you do decide to use them as a colouring medium, it does take that extra bit longer. I mean, it all depends on how much shading you want to get into and all that stuff. Whereas, you know, if we use, or if I use alcohol markers, it still takes a while, but the page is coloured really quickly. So I find when I use colour pencils, I really have to be in the zone, and you have to have the time as well. But like I said, it depends on how much detail you want to put into it. And when I'm colouring, I'm just a very basic colouring girly. So there are, you know, professionals out there and just amazing people who really know how to use colour pencils properly. But I am just a very simple colorist. I don't even know if you'd call me a colorist, but this is just a side hobby that I love to do, and I just find so much joy in coloring. So I say use whatever coloring material or coloring supply, use it however you want. Honestly, that's what I'm about on this channel. And everyone's got different styles and different techniques on how to use colouring pencils and markers and paints. Actually, I've been in the mood to get my watercolours out and do some watercolouring. So hopefully in the next coming videos I can get those out and we can do a watercolouring video. So in my last colour with me video, it was the April Easter colour and chat, which was I just completed a few days ago. I had someone comment on the video and it was a bunch of emojis, like no words, no nothing, just a bunch of emojis. And what the emojis were there was like, there was a straight face and another face or something, and then there were the falling asleep emojis. And I just thought, if you're falling asleep, just click away. Like, I don't really care. Why leave a comment like that though? Like, just click away silently. Don't make a big fuss. Don't make a big fuss. Don't leave rude, nasty comments like that. And just click away silently. Leave quietly and make sure the door doesn't hit your ass on the way out. How about that? We don't like negative comments like that around here. And I know that my colouring style, you know, is not for everyone, and that's absolutely fine, because I watch other people's colouring videos and then, you know, they're not my style, but I'm not rude. I appreciate the work and the effort they put into their YouTube videos. But I never ever leave nasty, rude comments. And that's the other thing, like, I know if you post online, you're going to get those rude people who, you know, just think they can leave those nasty comments without people noticing. Well, you know, YouTube creators do notice the comments. Majority of the comments people leave are they're quite lovely, but it's always, you know, that one comment. And seeing as this happened recently, like I read the comment just today, so it's still fresh in my mind. I'm just like, can you, what is, the nerve of some people. I get it if it's like constructive criticism. Like, I'm not, if people have constructive criticism comments on my channel, that's absolutely fine. I am more than accepting of those comments. But it's those petty, rude comments where you're like, well, what is wrong with this person? How do they live their life if they're just rude and arrogant like that? Just seriously, click off and be gone. Be gone before somebody drops a house on you. Anyway, that's my little rant. And actually, there was another video that I've posted on, it was my, like I showed all my colouring supply collection and my storage and how I store my art supplies. People commented that I was like waving my hands in front of the camera, but I was only pointing to things. Like, I wasn't being, it wasn't too bad. Well, I thought it wasn't too bad. And so I was pointing, like, that's the box where I keep my watercolors. That's the box, like, I was, yeah. But people were like, don't wave your hands like that. It's really annoying. Which is fine. Like, that was constructive criticism. But then people just commented really rude things as well about it. Like, there's a way to deliver your message. And now I am just extra cautious of waving my hands in front of the camera. But yeah, it's not all nasty pasty. Like, 95% of the comments are just, you know, those beautiful people who are just really supportive. But there's always a few in the crowd that have to ruin it for everyone, isn't there? And I'm like, don't you get exhausted? Like, if you're that nasty in real life, how are you not exhausted? I could not live my life like that. But anyway, I'm trying not to judge people. It's one thing I have to work on. Anyway, I won't rant on anymore. I apologize about my ranting, but like I said, that comment was fresh. I just read it before I started this color and chat. I'm going to finish all these flowers and then we'll come back onto the next bit. Okay, I am on the last flower here. Golly gosh, that took a little while, but we're there now. And then I'm going to do all the green leafy bits. Flowers do take that extra little bit of time, but once they're finished and all together, they look really lovely. Now for the leafy greeny bits, I've got these two colors, and I just realized that these pencils are numbered. So I'm so sorry I didn't say the numbers before. But yes, they are actually numbered. So it's 721 and 794. Oh, I just noticed there's a little ladybug there. How cute. These pencils are just wonderful, actually. I'm really having a smooth and easy time with them. But just because they are triangular, they're still okay in the sharpener. And this is our progress so far. The eggs will be like pastel-y purples, blues and pinks. And I actually might get the acrylic markers out. I'm definitely going to get the white acrylic marker and then just go around all the edges of the eggs just to make them more eggy. Oh, that was a bit of stem there. Oopsie, missed that one. You know what I was just thinking? How much fun I had in primary school. We used to do Easter egg colouring and arts and crafts with Easter stuff, and I don't know, I just got a memory of all that in primary school, which was a long time ago. But it was the coolest thing, and that's what this is reminding me of actually a little bit, is doing all those arts and crafts. And we used to make Easter egg baskets, and we used to make bird nests, and I love all that stuff. Like, if I was to do that now as an adult, I think I would have the best time, which I know sounds ridiculous, but it was such a good time. And I've mentioned this before, I think I prefer Easter time than Christmas for a whole bunch of reasons. I don't know, that's just my personal preferences, and I have my reasons why, but I actually think Easter time I just vibe with better. Eggies are all done. See? And now I'm just doing the birdie, which is going to be orange and white. probably you won't see much white showing up, but I promise you the white is going to be there. And I'm just going over it with the white here. Actually, I might grab another colour to shade the orange. And what I mean by that is just a tiny bit of brown. And then it's just a matter of blending. Blending is key with colour pencils. Back and forth, that's all I've been doing with these pencils. Same for here, his little tummy. Just to give it a little bit of definition. Alrighty, the bumblebees here will be yellow, of course. Actually, the lighting has changed a little bit, so I might try and make it a little bit better here. Hold on. Actually, before I do change the lighting, I just want to capture this moment. Look how pretty this is, because the sun is starting to go down and the lighting is coming from that direction. But look how, I don't know, look how pretty the eggs look and the sun glow and the flowers. I'm just having a moment here. Let us just have a moment together for a minute. Okay, that's enough. Let me make it more even now. Sorry, I know that was a little bit ridiculous, but I was just having a moment with the sunlight because I was trying to get as much natural light in as I possibly could. But the sun goes down quicker now because of daylight savings and everything. And it gets dark by 6 o'clock. So I just like to, film with as much natural light as I can. What I'm doing now, guys, is just doing a little bit of background here, and I'm kind of doing like a fade out. So I'm starting with more concentrated color here and then just fading it out, but I'm not going all the way up. and this is in the color 780. It's like a beigey apricot color. And then I'm gonna get my gel pen, and I want to do these pebble bits all gold, which will be just nice, I think. This beige color is beautiful. Do a little bit here as well. Just along the eggies on the floor. As mentioned, I am doing the pebbles all in a sparkly gold pen, and this is the sparkliest gold pen that I have, which is the Pentel Hybrid Dual Metallic pen in gold. But the ink is running very low, so I don't know if much ink will come out. So I don't know if you can see the sparkly goldness that it brings. Yes, I think this is running out. I might have to find another pen because I don't have another one of these. So I do have this Sparkle Pop pen. However, it's a mix of green and gold, so you can see there's green and gold shimmer flakes in it. Not the finish that I wanted, but I think it should be okay. It should still give that gold sparkle with a tiny bit of green, which is okay because it matches the green stems, I guess. So here we have the pebbles on the floor, and that is a sparkle glittery finish that it has. And then what I'm going to do is get my white gel pen, my Posca pen, sorry, not gel, acrylic, and just do some white dots in the flowers. And then for these bits here, I'm just going to fill in the gaps there. I've decided I want to keep this pencil-y and not do too many acrylic marker details, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to stick with the white dots in the flowers, and then I'm going to outline the trail of the bugs, and then I'm going to leave it as that. Not too much fuss with acrylic markers this time. Oh, and do the eggs as well. Now this is another Posca pen that I have, and it's kind of like a, it's not white, but it's like a very light beige or ivory color, just because sometimes white can be a bit harsh. And that's what I've decided to use for the egg outline. Oops. I don't have the sturdiest hand. I got a bit carried away with this acrylic marker. I decided to kind of fill in all the black lines of the eggs just to really make them pop. And then all I'm doing now is just going over these lines here in a purple Jelly Roll pen. And then, yeah, we are pretty much finito, completo. And here we are, guys. This is the finished Easter colouring page. Took long enough today, let me tell you that. And it was a lot of fun using the black, what is it? Black edition Faber Castell pencils. They are so smooth and so easy to blend with. I actually don't mind how this page turned out. It's bright, it's got a bit of the pastels, and it's not too bad. And I'm gonna call this finished, guys. Thank you for watching.